All right, all right, all right. I know no one's watching yet. Just started the stream. But hey, everyone, it's Wingspan TT, the fourth best skin designer in EVE Online, and I'm here with the 2.0 version of the Skinner to talk through some of this. Man, I gotta say this talking and the I don't know if anyone can actually hear it. The audio inside of the Jita station is so fucking annoying with the constant voices. Like, how do I like, dude? Shut up! No one wants to hear all your creepy speaking. Uh, Let me see if I could turn that off. Hold on. Do 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 do. Audio. UI speech level. Is that included? No. World level. Secondary effects. Ambiance. Atmosphere. There we go. We'll turn that back up later. All right, so hey everyone. Oh, we got a couple of viewers now. This is one of the skins I had built for the 1.0 skin system, an official Wingspan skin for the for the for the Astero and for the Nemesis. Jesus, why am I like this is not an Astero? For the Nemesis with the cool V pattern and all that stuff. But now the Skinner system is back. It's been upgraded. And there's a bunch of changes to here that are allowing some really cool stuff. It's also really expensive stuff in some cases. And you can see I'm in the middle of sequencing this skin for the Stratios, which is absolutely beautiful. I spent a lot of time on this, a lot back and forth with some delivery agents on like some little minor changes on how we want to handle some of the colors and positioning. But there's so many things that you can do now that's just completely more advanced than before. And I think, and they've made so many edits, I guess, to this, to how this works, that's so much better. Like, yes, they lowered the taxes for listing from 30% down to 12%. So the people who buy your skins, there's less markup for it. And then you can also learn all those skills to lower the percentage. Actually, it may not be as low as, it may not actually be down to 12%. I think it's just that my skills have lowered down to 12. Maybe it's like 20% now. Um, but more importantly, you can save a lot more skins in the, yeah, Eve has sound. We know, we know. Hello, hey guys, what's up? We know now that, first of all, one of the most annoying things before is you could only, in the past, only save 5 designs, which is why I didn't design more than just like skins for each bomber and the Astero, because I couldn't. I couldn't save more than 5, but now you could train up skills and save like 100 skin designs. So I've been playing around a lot more with some cool ideas. But yeah, one of the things you could do immediately, I thought was a really great addition, is that you can, first of all, you can play with things you don't own. So these are like the colors I own, and most of them are like default colors, although I bought a lot of orange because I'm going to be using it a lot, the satin sunrise orange. But now you can also just turn this off and you can preview, all the different colors, whether you own them or not. So essentially you can just, test things like, are you going to spend all of your ISK and Plex on colors that don't look good ahead of time? Like, come on, that's barf, right? It looks like Battletoads. So you can kind of just play with this stuff and see if you like it, and see that looks like that's the color, but that's the color, which costs a little bit more. And I'll get back to that in a second. Someone was asking me in Wingspan, what's the difference between the limited and unlimited colors? Because of, like, why would you ever want limited colors when you can use the unlimited colors? Yeah, the T3C, that'll be a big one, although that'll be a pain in the ass to do the skins. It's kind of like you probably would need to model the skins for each subsystem almost, or just accept that certain patterns are going to look bad on certain subsystems. So I could see why they don't want to just do it. Or maybe they have to find a way to show you like a bunch of subsystem previews at the same time as you place the skins. Like, here's all of the propulsion ones at the same time. Here's all the core ones, all 4, to give you the options to see what it looks like. But yeah, so you can now preview this stuff in these slots. They're still the same primaries, like the base color, secondary color, and then the detail and tech slots as well, which by the way, the tech slot on Stratios includes the spinning ring. So there you go. Now, however, another big change. So we talked about the one change is that you can actually store a lot more designs. You can actually be a designer now instead of just like having to make like 5 skins and then try to sell them, and whether or not they sell, you've got to like delete them and make new skins or write down all the code for them and hope you can memorize them. They added a shit ton of new patterns, and again here you can show only the ones you own, or you can go and like look at all of them. Okay, but one of the patterns they owned, and I was joking about this on Twitter and YouTube and Reddit, but it's not really a joke. I just consider this to be like the Wingspan expansion to EVE Online, because it's like, what did they add in this game? What did they add in the Revenant expansion exactly? Let's see. They added 2 extremely powerful covert ops ships that are primarily good for solo and small gang covops. Like they're actually almost useless in like a huge blob fleet, right? Um, that and they have insane DPS and they have damage over time. So even if your target warps out, they can still die. Okay, so that's number one. They added 2 covop ships. Number 2 is they added like basically siphons to skyhooks, so you can just sneak into nullsec with your covops and drop siphons on people and make money or force fights or whatever you want to do with them. Number 3 is they revamped the skin system to add all these fucking skins and all the things you could do with them and make the skin system better finally. Because I like I love the idea launch, but we all have to face it was too expensive and too limited. And now that's like way better. They they added a fucking wingspan wing item. Like, look at how fucking good is this? I was showing this to someone. They're like, wait, did they put the Wingspan logo in the game? I'm like, no. It's you know, the official Wingspan logo has like 3 large feathers and then 3 small feathers. You know, but I guess you could stretch your imagination. This is close enough for me, right? Like this orange is so close to like the Pantone, like the hex value orange that we actually use. Like I could not be fucking happier with how good it looks. So there's that, okay? And then they added all this new corp project stuff, which I have some personal aspirations for, which I'll get to a different time. But yeah, so you can now have 2 different skins. You can also not skins, sorry, these pattern elements. Then you can also switch them, like you want to choose which one's on top and which one's on bottom. And you can still do the thing where you show like, does it apply to like the various levels, right? Like this one, you can make it like, oh, I want it to apply to everything. I just want it to apply to secondary areas. I want it to only apply to tech areas. See, this is why I chose tech, because I want these areas to pop out a little bit. And as a result, you can have some really beautiful, I mean, I think this looks gorgeous personally. And I have this currently sequencing, but I could only afford to make 3 copies. And you want to know why? Here, I'll show you why, okay? And this is something I had to explain to some people in the corp today, is that I don't actually have infinite money in EVE Online anymore. Because like when they did the Plex for Good thing like 2 years ago, I basically just donated like 95% of my savings in EVE. So I don't have a lot. So things like this, like, all right, this wing pattern, it's called wing circuit, okay? They should just called it wingspan, but you know, I guess that's a little too on the nose. Let's buy it. It's 75 plex for 3 of them. That means 25 plex each. It's 125 million ISK per ship to apply this on a skin, right? And then this one I'm using is, you know, like 15 million. So that's whatever, 40 ISK per ship, and ISK plex, 40 plex. Plex is like 6 million each. So that's 240 million ISK for just these patterns. Then that doesn't count the paint, right? Because all these paints cost more plex or ISK or whatever it is. And then when you actually go to like produce it, you also have to pay for a small fee. You have to pay for the actual fee for the level of skin you created, which is like how complicated it is and everything. So in this case, it's another 75 plex. That's 115 plex. So that's like 800. Was that 850 million or something like that, right? Um, and then you got to pay for sequencers. Now here's the funny thing: sequencers are you only have to pay for sequencers if you are using unlimited paint. So the unlimited paint essentially has a tax of sequencers, which could be, in this case, maybe something like 300,000 ISK or something like that. So it's not a huge amount, but it's like not a joke. Uh, and the other downside of the sequencers is you got to have the sequencers in your hangar or in your ship or whatever it is. So you can't make skins like while you're in hostile space, or while you're logged out in space, or while you are just like flying around doing hauling or something like that, or exploration. You can't make skins if you're using unlimited paint, because you need the care sequencers and nano inducers, or whatever they call alignment sequencers, or fermionic sequencers. However, if you use the limited paints, and the limited paints they're limited, like it says, okay? If you have limited paints, then yes, you have to pay for each paint, but you basically can just activate them, register your account, and then use them anywhere, anytime. You can be using them in the middle of a fucking battle if you want. So that's cool. So the end result is that each of these things costs like, just shy of $1 billion to produce each individual ship skin. And like I have 3 of them currently in progress here, but that's a lot to burn. So I gotta sell them, and that's that has to be the minimum cost, right? So for Corp, now this is another great update. They finally made it. Look at this. They finally made this that you can sell skins to just your corp or just your alliance, okay? And in this case, I made like a couple of each of the skins, like the Wingspan skins, available for Wingspan delivery agents, that they can buy them basically at cost. Like I rounded up a little bit just to like pay for like the taxes and stuff, but you could just put it up at any price you want. You could put it up for free, you could put it up at cost, you could put it up for a profit, but even if you put it for a profit, then you don't have to you and your customer don't have to pay that fee essentially anymore. And then they just have to pay like a small amount of Evermarks if they get this like discount version of it, which is pretty fair considering Evermarks are like useless and really easy to get. Gilbert Godfrey, the art of... Are you calling me Gilbert Godfrey? Come on, man. That's mean. Jafar! All right. I can't do the voice that well, okay? So that was the Stratios skin I was working on. Let me go back to my studio. Okay. So that was the Stratios skin. I'm very proud of it. I've been working on this one for a couple days. I think it's looking pretty good. And if they are like, people like them, I'll definitely make more. But I kind of need to I put bids out to buy some of the items in it. And one of the things is daily login. On day 7, people are going to get a bunch of these wing circuits, and they're going to go on the market. So I'm really hoping to buy them off of the market at that point. I mean, they'll still be expensive, but maybe some people will sell them lower. I don't know. I was toying around with applying that wing. Look at this. This is beautiful. Hold on. It's not done yet. I was toying around with applying the wing pattern to Nemesis because look at that. Jeez, that's beautiful. Now this pattern's a little hard to work with because I'll show you, right? Like when I just did the pattern by itself, okay, and I didn't have a secondary pattern, it also puts itself on underneath in this really awkward way that looks bad. Look how bad that looks. Like it looks good like this, like it looks fine, but when you actually look at this, like, ugh, what the hell is this? So then I'm like, all right, let me apply a secondary pattern that's basically gonna cover this up. And I didn't have to do the whole thing. I could do it like that, and it pretty much, you still got those stupid triangles there. So I got to do the whole thing. And there's going to be, there's launchers. That's where torpedoes fire from and stuff. But it's just safer to cover the whole bottom. And to just get the exact angle that would cover like just the bottom and just this face and just these engines and get this cool little stripe in the back was a huge issue in experimentation. But it's there now. So this is looking, I think it looks pretty good. Um, but I kind of have to toy with this a little bit again to see, like, is this really, is this where I want to land with it? Because again, it's gonna, it, you gotta pay just to make them, and if no one buys them, then you basically just flushed all your plex down the drain. It's very sad. But I think this is cool, and there's a lot of like little things like where you can use, your mouse to like zoom in and stuff. But one thing I'd say to anyone who's working on any skins in you online is that there's a lot of little spaces where things can go wrong. Where you like, there's been so many times where I was about to be like finalize design, and as soon as I was about to press, I zoomed in. I realized like, oh no, there's something really weird on here. Like it's not quite even in the back, or there's like this little part that's not painted, or something like that. And having to go back and toy with it a lot more to get it perfect. Um, that's the name of the game. Then, oh my God. So you got a Cena tap here. Look at this thing. I was toying around with this, this white pattern, to get a bunch of wings here, which kind of looks cool. Although let me try something new here. I'm gonna go to whole selection, and I have not played with a Tholos at all because this thing is actually quite hard to skin. Look at this thing. And one thing about the new Deathless ships is that they have this like amount of kind of like rust built into them, which is not easy to see. But if you put the ships on just like white, you could see that they have like a certain amount of rust like built into them. See here, here, here. And if you change these layers, look at this. Like if I change this layer to blue, there's actually blue rust, right? Like if you don't put anything, there's like gray rust. So there's there's rust built into the ship. So if you don't want a rusty ship, you essentially have to create your primary and secondary layers the same color. Then you've got all the wires, because of course this thing is fucking held together with duct tape. You could just go with nothing. Another interesting thing about this stuff, which I hope if there's a future skin update, if anyone from CCP is watching this, to edit the colors of the lights on the ship, because every ship has ambient lights, right? So in this case, the ship has like these pinkish red, orange kind of like glow coming out of the engines. And if it was possible to edit that and like, oh, let's change that to be blue or green or orange or whatever color you want. What is going on with over here? I can't zoom in more. All right, so you can see it's just venting out fumes and stuff. But I was just toying around with like, all right, let's see what this looks like. Let's put in like a pattern, and you'll see this is very limited, right? Because this ship is shaped so weird. Like you almost have to paint the whole ship white or just like a monocolor, just so that you can. Whoa, I don't want to buy that right now. Oh, that popped up in a weird spot. Just so that you can like see what the hell you're doing. You can turn projection on. You can do things like this. But this this ship does not have like. All right, you could go over here, right? You could turn projection off. You could like rotate this and try to do a design like this, where you're like trying to get this on the side of the ship. It looks so goofy. This ship was not designed to have stuff like this on it. I think it looks goofy, honestly. I guess, maybe it could look cool, but like, come on, it's going right over this thing. Like, it's not, it's pretty bad. Who am I gonna kid? It doesn't look good. And it goes into everything like that. Like, and I don't know, maybe there's layers that you could turn on to like avoid like if you turn off the tech layers, okay, then it won't go over that. So that's good. And if you turn off I don't want to turn off, if I turn off detailing, okay, then it doesn't go on the, what is that avoiding? Those little pop-ups? Hold on a second, detailing. Yeah, probably turning off detailing is better too, but you don't want to turn off secondary. So like, you could do that, right? You can have this kind of look to it. But again, it's like, does that look good? I don't know. It looks like just a kind of, and maybe it's because this is all white or whatever, but maybe if you like experiment and make it like dark with a certain amount of like grit to it, or you don't, it just doesn't look good with like making the ship rusty orange. But all white looks almost too clean. Like it's kind of like you want to have it keep some of its rust. I don't know. I don't know if that's good. The detailing slot, like here you go. You can come in here and bring this in darkness. If you make this orange though, it just starts looking. It just looks goofy. No one would do that. I don't know. Would they? Okay, you know, instead of making it look like it's actually got some kind of paint job to it. And then the text slot, you know, you can do whatever you want here, but maybe giving a darker text slot feels good. And then you can go back to white here so that that stands out. Yeah, all right, that's not so bad. Um, and then again, you know, there's like other, you go into different layers here, but there's so many options now. Like they've got these, some of these patterns are, I mean, they would look good on another ship, right? Like, or they would look good on another design. You could get some camo, um, whatever this is. You got some scary looking patterns. I think I'd probably want whatever this is to be like underneath. You could put a deathless symbol on the ship. I don't know quite where the deathless symbol. Hold on a second. Hold on, let me change this for a second. Wait, did I just fuck up my design? Oh no, I did. I messed up my design. It's not on there anymore. Hold on a second. Look at that. I got rid of it. Shit. Okay. Well, at least I knew what I did now. I had it like rotated over here and then scaled up to the side. Oh, oh, this is the orbital. This is really messed up. I wish there was like an undo option too, because it's very easy to like accidentally do certain things and then have like no real way to undo them. Look at this. This thing looks goofy now because it's at the wrong. This orbital is all wrong. And once you mess with some of this stuff, it's very hard to get it back. One thing that I wish they would re-add, that they would add to this, is just to put like a little number thing here so you can just put the numbers in and you don't have to like, and again, it's like, it's pretty simple. It's like like, why do I have to like do that stuff manually instead of typing it? Yeah, this is all fucked up now. I gotta redo it so that it's just like correct, because it's like at a weird angle. I wonder if I just turn the skin off and turn it on again. It's the same way you'd handle like a broken machine, like turn it off and on again. Okay, there we go. That just sets everything back. Give this thing orange. See how that looks. Rotate this into position. Oh no, it's not gonna work because it's like on the side of the ship. You could see that. So I don't know, has anyone else gotten a chance to like play around with this? Because I just find it really fascinating. I think about like how many games are there where you are allowed to just like toy with the designs in the game? And if I really think about it, it's like, I feel like the answer is, I could think of like Forza, right? Forza Horizon, which is like famous for allowing players to do that. And then that's it. I can't think of anything else. I can't think of another game where they just let you mess with this. Well, this is really pissing me off that like I messed this up and now I did this, like I messed it up. Here we go. There we go. Now I can replace this. Oh, yeah, hearts. Yeah, okay. So you've tried it. You think you'll try it later, and you can see it's like definitely possible to do. Like everything doesn't have to be crazy. Like it's possible to do things. Um, oh, this is the offset. Whoops. I'm trying to change the size of the thing a little bit. Now, one thing that everyone's been upset about is that these ships are basically like no one can afford them because they're so expensive. They're crazy expensive, and it really, the only thing that bothered me, well, I get that the ships are gonna be expensive, but like the skill books are so expensive. They're like, what are they, like they're going for like 2 billion, a billion isk each, which just feels kind of like an insane amount when you consider like just the cost that people need in order to just toy around with the ships. I mean, I get it, you don't need it, but you're talking about the basic weapon system. I don't think it was like that at all for like when other new ships came to the game. I could be wrong, but I don't remember it being anything like that. All right, so there you go. So that's one pattern in, and now I will not mess up this time. Okay, I'm gonna try to apply like a. Let's see here. You could just try to do a fade. It's not strong enough. You could try to do like a. What does this look like? Ooh, that's too strong. Pillars. I could try to do that. The one with the triangle stripes. Where is it? No, no. Here. Change this one, and again, I'm just using orange. Sometimes I start with like green just so I can see it, and then do a projection, and then be like, okay, maybe it's possible to like put stripes down the top of the ship like this or something. Turn projection off. Change the rotation so that it's as straight as possible. And it's really hard to get it exactly right because of there's so many factors. Okay, like that looks pretty straight. But see, you had to check because the sides and stuff here might not line up. And then you can do things, of course, here, like you can change the offset and put it like, oops, no, let's leave that exactly in the middle. Put it like further back in the ship, right? So that it's more like this kind of design. And you can see it's not quite straight, right? Like you have to double check this stuff because it's not necessarily automatically straight. You have to toy with it, and there you go. And that's still not straight, right? Like the rotation and the angle of everything. You have to check everywhere to see if it's right. And there's no easy way to tell. Like that, and then change the offset a little. Okay. And I'm not going to get on the spot, but I just want to show you like how this can get difficult. And then you can look at the scale. You can make it way bigger to cover the whole ship. You can make it smaller. You can kind of like use it to like get this pattern where it's like, okay, these engine parts are covered, but that looks a little bit dorky there to have that there. So you can again choose like something where like how much of the ship do you want it to cover, and figure out from there like what kind of design you want to have. Because I think when you have awkward things where it covers like half of this or half of that, you can go in here like make it a color you actually want, and then you can start applying things like, all right, do I want to go over the tech areas? Like no. All right, like we don't want detailing area. No, we won't. Secondary. And if you turn off secondary, then it's like it'll just get weird. So you can have a look like this, which is not bad. You kind of just get that like cool triangle look. You can have this coming in here. That's not bad. It looks a little bit like a construction vehicle, but I've seen worse. It doesn't look exactly like a delivery vehicle. And of course, you can also do things like where you take you can use a mirror effect too. So I'm just going to save this for now. Not sure how I feel about it. This is a hard ship to work with because you have so many weird parts to it. And again, you can always like change the underlying colors and things like that. Okay, breach pod delivery 30. Okay, breach pod delivery. We'll just save it like that for now. Some of the so here, let me just show you this one. So that was a cool design to start with. But again, I think when you go with these like big stripes, it kind of has like a construction vibe feel to it. Also, this is the only ship that I started with orange as the base instead of white. So I'm going to do like a save as. And I'm just going to do a save as here. And just flip this over to white as a base. And you could see the orange rust is like part of the color base. Like basically if you choose orange, orange rust or whatever as a base, it'll just automatically go to that. And then here, it's like, you know, you can make the whole ship white, but it feels wrong to do that, right? So you can also like make it more shiny if you want, whatever. I don't like this pattern on here, so I'm gonna just try like, you can come in, you can do the stripe, you can make the stripe whatever color you want. You can project the stripe, but see, one thing you can turn mirroring on. So if you don't mirror, you could do something like this, right? Where you just have the stripe come up one side of the ship, which can look cool, okay? It can look cool. You can kind of have like one really big stripe, but maybe it looks a little bit boring. You can mirror it so it does this kind of like V, which I think actually looks really nice. And there's other skins that are kind of like similar to this. One thing I wish CCP would do is add some, like a few more options that are really close to this, where it feels like they, a bigger stripe, because even this is at the maximum size, right? Like, oh no, it's not. Whoops, this is at the maximum size. But even that, like, why can't I make it bigger than that? So, hold on a second. I just want to try a different angle here so it lines up more with the wing. Like that. All right. That's not bad. Okay. Oh, it looks a little awkward there, so I might bring down the size. Oops, that is not the size. Here we go. Bring down the size a little bit. So none of it goes over the top, and then you come with a clean line down here. And then, right, you could choose to do something like, okay, let's bring, for the secondary, I want to bring in this pattern, which we know and love, but I want to bring it like all the way down this wing down here. And I don't know if it'll actually let me do that, but that's what I'm trying to do. Like, can I stamp it onto the wing and turn off the projection? I'm going to make sure that this applies to every area, and then go to offset and see if I can just like move it down. See, and it's not letting me put it on the tech area. Like, see, it goes on the tech area, but you can't put it on the actual solar panel. So you can't basically color those panels, which makes this thing a real pain to color. Thank you. And I don't know that there would be an angle where you can like put that pattern visibly in a way that like looks good. I mean, you can do something cheesy, like trying to put it like that, like this, right? Here you go. You can put it there. You can go to this pattern. We can just turn it off for a minute so we don't even have to see it, right? But then down here, it's like, look at this thing. Like, you can't see that. It doesn't matter. It's just too busy. And even if you basically made this white, I mean, that's really why, because that's underneath it, but it's way too busy. So this ship is so bumpy, it's very hard to work with. And I think a simpler design where, yeah, I'm gonna unsave my changes. A simpler design that's more like this, where it's just like based on colors and then like one pattern or something, it's just overall just feels a lot better. It's funny when you go to the Paragon Hub and you see like what kind of skins there are. Like, all right, there's this guy Dodd Skin, who's just like creating completely black skins of every ship. Because I get it, right? Like here, let me show you something. Like, why not, right? Just make like black skins for every ship. This guy's like cornered the market. He's just decided like he's gonna corner the market on pure black skins. Now, what does it cost to make a ship black, all black? Like, I'm just gonna guess it's a level 3 skin. I don't know. Yeah, let me just find out. I'm just gonna try. All right. Let's see here. So we got a Nidhogg. All right, let me try to make a Nidhogg real quick and see what it costs to make it all black. Create a new design. We're gonna go to the hull selection, Minmatar, go down. Oh, Nidhogg, here we go. Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna make a black Nidhogg skin. This is a gorgeous ship. All right, so the color's black, and then the rust is black. and the secondary is black. This is black. Now, is this just, I don't know if this is like the color of black. It's just pure black. Let me see. Let me see all colors. So this is matte black, deep void matte. There's also this, no. See, that's not actually black. Are there other blacks here? Managerial black. No. Oh, I see. I'm not changing the right one here. Yeah, that's not what we want. Black. Managerial black. Nope, that's not really a black. Got all these other colors that aren't black. Really matte black is the only black. Okay, so just each one of these is going to be matte black. Matte black. Matte black. You heard of Meet Joe Black? This is Meet Matte Black. Okay, do we want any patterns on this thing? No. I wonder if you could put a pattern and the pattern is black. Like it doesn't matter. Oh, you can do, see, you can do beautiful things, especially on a ship like this that's like so long, and like you can also zoom in and out while you're looking at the ship to change the size of the skin. But in this case, we see that no, nothing of this sort was done. So we're going to turn this off. All right, so let's go to finalize design. Okay. It costs 110 plex, and I would need to buy 4 of these things. So 110 plex, so that's like what? 600, 700 million ISK? 700 million ISK plus the cost of 4 deep voids, which let's find out how much those cost. Okay, so another 4 million. All right, so let's say it's 800 million ISK. All right, we're not gonna say this thing. 800 million ISKs. Wow, so he's actually selling this pretty cheap. I'm actually surprised. Unless he found some other way to do this. That's actually a good price. Like I don't actually know how, especially with the fees and stuff. I don't know how he afforded to sell it for 700 mil. My only thoughts are that he made it when maybe Plex cost less, like a couple months ago, and this is still the price, so he can still make a profit on it when it's closer to like 500 million. But pricing wise, that's a good price. But yeah, you're just seeing there's like, oh, someone made a black Stratios or whatever. And you can of course go to like your own current ship or anything like that and be like, all right, the Nemesis. All right, the Nemesis. I want to see Nemesis skins. And you could be like, oh, look, there's actually only like 5 for sale. One of them is made by CCP Kestrel here. Okay, there you go. And this is a charity skin, I believe. If you buy this, it's like a limited edition. Art Without Borders. If you go to all skins and you search around and be like, all right, you can choose a specific ship you want to look for. Like, all right, let's see if other people made Cenotaph skins. We got a matte black one again, which fair. And then here's someone. See, Dodd's skin made his 435 mil, and someone's trying to undercut him, selling the exact same thing for 425 mil. And then you've got this thing, which I am not gonna comment on this. I don't think it looks very good at all. That's my comment. I said I wasn't gonna comment, but I did. And I don't know how you guys feel about this stuff. When I play games like Counter-Strike or Apex Legends and they add skins for guns in the game and they're like these neon gun skins and like, I am not a fan of that. I like things that feel a lot more like there's some kind of cohesive design. Let's see what other skins there are. I mean, for SOE, for Astero. Okay. Oh, see here, you can see that. See, this is a corporation skin. So if it shows your logo in the corner, that's a corp skin. But there's a lot of Astero skins. Actually, there's pages and pages of them. I can't say that I like a lot of them. Like, oh, I don't know about that. Kermit. All right, so someone made a Kermit the Frog skin. They're selling for 12 plex, which feels like that's at a massive loss because it costs like at least 50 plex to sequence these things, right? Like you can see everyone else's prices are over 50 plex because that's how much it costs to make the skin, and then you got to pay the rest of the fees in the paint. So I can't. The fact this guy's selling 3 of these disgusting skins for 12 plex is really funny. And then yeah, people are making black. I can actually see that the Dodd skin covert dark is darker than this other guy who's trying to undercut him. So I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's using some. He's got a level 3 skin, so he probably is adding some kind of layer of texture or pattern to make it darker than the other people. So props to you, Dodd skin. For actually making a truly dark skin. Did anyone make Nestor? Someone's gonna have all black, right? There you go. There's the Dodd skin all black. Some other ones. That's actually not bad. The Yuri's Nestor. I kind of like that. It's simple, although it looks a little bit like it's wearing a thong or something. Let me see. And people are charging like 200 plex for these, which, again, the larger ships cost more to skin. Overall, they cost more. But there's not that many, so maybe I'll work on Nestor at some point. You can buy design elements directly from here. So one thing I want to talk about that's like a major downside of the skin system. And CCP, if you're watching this, this needs to be fixed, like 100%, because you have added beautiful art tools to this game, right? Like you can make some cool stuff, fair. You got rid of a lot of the stuff that sucked before. But the number one thing that sucks that's still in here is if you, the seller, okay, who are selling skins, you have no way to see your sales of skins in the Paragon Hub because it's not part of the normal market. So let's say right now, someone from my corp bought one of these skins, all right? They pay 68 plex. I listed them at the lowest price because that's just for the corp listing. You could list public prices differently. You don't get a notification like, Chance Ravinne, you have sold a skin. You don't get any kind of ping in your wallet to say you have now received 68 plex. Someone has bought your skin. You don't see who bought it. It doesn't say the name of the skin that was bought either. So even if I noticed I have 68 more plex than I did 10 minutes ago, which I would have to like write it down and notice it, I wouldn't even know which of my skins sold. And of course I'm selling a couple now, but you can see I chose the same price for them. And like how would I even know which skins are popular and which are unpopular, right? Like let's say I had dozens of them listed at all different prices. Like there's no way for me to even track what is being sold, which skin is being sold, who is buying it, was it a public sale, a corp sale, an alliance sale, what the price was, when it sold, whether it was for Plex or ISK. Someone on Reddit said that even if you sell it for ISK, you will get a market transaction saying a Paragon sale for ISK, but it just says a Paragon sale. It still doesn't tell you which skin sold or who bought it or anything like that, right? So from my point of view, like I have my Excel sheet, like I have an Excel sheet to track like how much did it cost to skin, how much did it cost to get the paint, how much did it cost to sequence, the sequencers, the price of Plex when I made it, how much of a profit margin is there, did I have to pay fees or not, how long did I list it? Like I have a little Excel sheet. I'm trying to be an Eve nerd, okay? But then I have no way to actually track my inventory or my sales, and that sucks. So like I've been training all these skills now for a while. Yes, I am alive. Hello, hello. Oh wait, this is not my skills. Skills, here we go. So I have, where's the skins skills? They're in here somewhere. Skins, customization, sequencing, here we go. So I trained all this stuff up real high, guys. All right, CCP, I did exactly what you want. Sure, I'll add this up here somewhere. It's 18-day train. Definitely more important than this one and that one. Okay. So this is how many designs you can save. So I'm going to put that one in. Yeah, the porch pirates are stealing my deliveries. What does this one do? It reduces the fees Another 1%. And how much does this book cost? 97 million ISK. Ugh. So this is going to save up to 5%, basically. So 5% of some of these skins cost like $1 billion. So yeah, that's like 50 million. Um, so I guess this would pay for itself eventually. It just feels like, oh, that is a big chunk of change. Is anyone selling this on the market? Someone's trying to buy this for 98,000. That's hilarious. I should just put in a buy order. Of course, I'm streaming this, so someone's gonna try to jump over me, so it doesn't matter. I guess I should get this. Fine, I got it. All right, are you happy, CCP? Are you happy? What is multi-thread sequencing? That's like multiple jobs at once. No one really needs that. Yeah, no one needs that skill. That's a stupid skill. I mean, I'm not gonna build 55 skins at once. It would take thousands of plex that I don't have in order to even do that. So we're just gonna put this back. I'm trying out mercenary debt management a little bit. Yeah, so executive Paragon partnership. Yeah, let's get those fees down first. We can get a couple more percentage down right here to a reasonable speed. Okay. And then sure, I'll just throw these like further into the list somewhere. Paragon relations. That's another 1%. So that's 4, 5%, 6%. Yeah, that'll be up there. And then sure, we'll just throw something at the end of the skill queue because why not? Somewhere around here. This is probably, I don't remember what advanced studio management. Oh no, I like that. Okay, I'll put it after that. Okay, there you go. 200 days of skill training. But if you actually look at the skills, a lot of them are not that great. I just train them because I don't have any skills I want to train anymore. Like I literally don't. I've got so much stuff up so high now. There's a lot of things I don't care about and whatever. I've got the rest on there. I extracted all this stuff. I don't need that stuff anymore because I don't hang around in systems long enough to do PI, so it doesn't matter. But now they've added the breach pods. They added breach pod skills, which I do want to train. But the problem is that let's see how much a skill book costs. Ladies and gentlemen, a skill book for 2 billion ISK. 2 billion. Now, of course, you could buy it at 600 million or something. So let's say, oh my God, let me see the prices for this stuff. Breacher pod clone efficiency. So maybe you could get that for 2 mil. This one, 2 billion. Maybe you can get this one for, you got 3 billion, another 1.5, 4.5 billion. Okay, another billion here, 5.5 billion. This one's going to go for 2. So that's 7.5 billion. Another 1.5. So yeah, so like 9 billion ISK. How much liquid ISK do I have now? I have 11 billion liquid ISK. So I could clean out all my liquid ISK just to buy the skill books for breacher pod skills. So it's not really high priority right now. That's kind of low priority. And then let me just show you some stuff here that I finished before. This was, like I said, this was the first Nemesis skin that I thought turned out really well. And of course, it's cheaper than the fancier ones because it didn't have two pattern layers. This is a beautiful Manticore. Really fucking nice. Really nice. Love this one. The Hound, similar to, well, I guess actually it's kind of based on the same thing, but similar to that Deathless ship, it's a lot harder to skin, so it's just better to go with something simple here, okay? Hello, Incognito. I'm trying to say incognito, and I know that's not your name. It's just that's how it's. I'm so used to Assassin's Creed, I just see the word incognito in my head. Purifier here. Okay, nice. And then we had this Nemesis again, which I think is pretty close to done. That's really cool. And Stratios. The other thing that kills me, of course, with the Stratios skin, which I love, is like as soon as I'm done making this, like I'm only gonna have 3. Like I want 1, I'm gonna keep 1. So that means I only have 2 to sell. So I hope if people wanna, I'm just gonna. I hope people buy them because I'm gonna need the amount back so I can start making a new batch of them, and I need to buy more of the patterns to make them. Oh man. And yeah. And then otherwise, I would say the only other thing is that right now there's a bunch of ships that you can't make skins for, right? So someone mentioned on stream before T3Cs, right? Like if you come in here Galente, you can't choose strategic cruisers. They're not available yet, okay? So that's a bummer. And if you go in here like, all right, pacifier, man, I'd love to make a pacifier. What? You can't make a pacifier skin. You can't make a council diplomatic shuttle skin. And I don't know. It's not like a pacifier is that complicated. Maybe it's because the wings open and close, but I'm pretty sure there's other ships that have animations. Can you do jackdaws? No, you can't do those yet. Okay. There you go. You can't do Zephyrs or any of those weird ships. Use Stratios, but you cannot do the Stratios emergency responder. For the 4 people in EVE Online that own one, you cannot create a skin for them. The same thing with these like strange ultra editions, and I'm sure part of it's because they already have unique skins that are like tied to them in the game. I'm pretty sure you can't do. Oh, you could do Reaper. You can't do your capsule, I don't think. No. Which is a shame too, because everyone has a capsule, right? Like, why can't you do capsule skins? It feels like that would be a no-brainer to do those. Can you do the ugliest ship in the game? You can. You can do the Imicus and the Imicus Navy issue. Wow. So ugly. Like, by the way, the new ship info window, I know some people are hating on this, but I really, and I know other people in Wingspan agree, that some of this, they added this like lore panel where they kind of have like a quote about the ship: evaluate, investigate, eliminate. And it tells you about the ship, and it just looks really cool. And then as you click through the ship, it like spins the ship around, and you get different views of it and stuff. So yeah, it's like you can hate on this, but I don't know. I think it's kind of cool personally. I think it's really cool to have this like quotes. Some of the quotes are absolutely hilarious for a lot of the ships. Yeah, Tiny Tim. Oh, with the little the crutch, the single crutch. But yeah, if you're gonna come in here and just like, oh, look at this, you can kind of like, change the camo, or you can just make it so there is no camo. There you go. You could just make this thing an orange blob. It really looks like you just pull this thing straight out of Blender. Like, can you look at this honestly and tell me this looks like a spaceship? Like, who looked at this and was like, yeah, this is what a race of people would aspire to build. It looks like they made it out of clay and then didn't let it dry completely before they like set it up, and it kind of just leaned into its little stand. But it's not the ugliest ship in the game, actually. I know it's saying ugliest ship in the game, but the ugliest ship in the game. Let's go to the ugliest ship in the game. Hold on a second. Who knows? Who knows what I'm gonna say? All right, the ugliest ship in the game is the Celestus. This thing is disgusting. Like, it looks like some kind of inverted urinal. I don't know how else to explain the weird shape of this thing. It looks like an athletic cup for robots, or like a like some kind of weird sci-fi weapon that you hold by gripping it, reverse grip, and stabbing someone with it. It's so bad. And you know what? I feel like CCP knows the ship is ugly, but they won't redesign it because no one actually flies these. And I actually won't fly the Celestis or any Arazu or anything because it's so ugly I can't stand looking at it. And I don't think there's a fucking skin on Earth that can make this look good. Like I just want to make this thing matte black. Let's just start with that. All right, we're just gonna make this thing deep void matte black. It still doesn't look good because it's got these stupid lights. It's shaped terrible. Yeah, exactly. Someone learned how to do 3D art and it was their first day. Like, is there anything you could do to this that's like not god awful? Like, oh my god, oh that's terrible, 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 terrible. Maybe some like fade pattern, right? Like maybe there's some way you could kind of like fade it and have it like go from orange to. It just looks stupid. I don't know what to say. This is the worst ship in the game. It's not even close. It is not close. They have to redesign this. It's so bad. It's terrible. It's like embarrassing. Like if someone like I want to play EVE Online and then they saw this, I think it would actually make them not want to play the game if they thought ships looked like this. Like look how bad this looks applying this to it. It looks like a joke. I don't know how to explain this, guys. Like no ship in the game looks remotely as bad as this. There are ships that have like certain funny elements to them or whatever, and um, whatever. But this, it literally looks like a joke. I think you could only like skin this thing by. And by the way, I wish you could like drag this little thing and spin it along its, because you can't put this horizontally. I'm pretty sure. Like even if you do the orbit. Yeah, you can orbit this way. But I don't think you can. Oh, you can. All right, never mind. I was wrong. Forget what I said. You can rotate it. But there you go. Yeah, this is just terrible. All right, Celestus, worst ship in the game. Just throw some random Aztec pillar on this thing for no reason. Yeah, gorgeous. Sell this for 100 million plex. Hello, Rick. You haven't played EVE on years. My corp caught you messing with miners and Hisek and a Tengu. Was I doing that? What was I doing? I don't even remember. Was that when I was like blasting people's MTUs or something? Like I don't. Maybe I was doing that. I don't remember. I just thought it was funny. I'm like, is there one skin that can make the Celestus not look like a joke? And I don't think it exists. In fact, I'm gonna bet right now. I'm gonna go in the Paragon Hub, and I'm gonna bet like that there are no skins for Celestis, or if there are, there's just the matte black skin because that one guy decided to make a matte black skin for everything. All right, let's see it. I'm gonna look. All right, so maximum, I'd say there's 2 maximum skins for the Celestis. Where's the cruiser? Sorry. Here we go. 0! 0! 0! There are 0 skins for the Celestis in the Paragon Hub. Not a single person out of the 35,000 people logged online, or the 300,000 people, or however many people total there are actively playing the game, 0 of those people have even thought about making a skin for the Celestis. Like, it actually makes me kind of want to make a Celestis skin and just call it like the ugliest ship in the game. Like I was gonna guess 0 ahead of time, but I'm like, someone out there is gonna like this, or someone would have made a skin just to make it, just to say that they had it, right? Because it just feels like it just feels terrible. Can you skin Velators? Oh, you can. Okay, that's not bad. That's cool. I didn't know that. Like do. I just start with white as like a base, and then I just come in and be like, all right, let's put a Wingspan logo on it and see how this looks. But I am now like just thinking like I should just make the only Celestis skin in EVE Online, and then just give it a sarcastic name, because I just think, yeah, it's just so terrible. Look at that. You can just have it resting right there on the. Although maybe it should be rotated the other way. I don't know. Oh, you can't do it like that, can you? Because then you can't have it sit. Oh, you can have it still sit on the wing. Oh, but the little line's going to go off the ship. Okay. Well, that's ugly. That's ugly. I mean, no one's going to use um, a velator for deliveries, but hey, there are no velator skins. So whoever wants to do a velator skin can have like first crack at the whole thing, and just corner the market. So yeah, actually, hold on a second. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a skin. It's gonna cost me. It's gonna cost me. I want to see how much it costs me to make one Celestus skin. Um, all right, here we go. Celestus. Okay, here we go. So look, so right off the bat, with no changes whatsoever, just for the right to name the ship, it's 25 million. Okay, 25 million. I'm sorry, 25 plex, which is like, what is that? Like 120, 130 million ISK right now. All right, I'm I'm gonna legitimately try to make this thing not ugly. I don't even want to waste the wingspan colors on this because I spent, like, I had to pay for those. Like, am I really gonna waste uh like, what is the grossest thing? Like, I kind of just want to make this thing really gross. Like, can I just call this like something like um uh ugliest ship in Eve? I don't know. You can't say New Eden's ugliest galaxy's ugliest ship. Oh man. The Celestus needs a redesign. Okay. Like, can I just make this a color that's like so offensive? How much does this thing cost? Is anyone even selling this? Some of these colors you can't. Oh my God, 39 million ISK. 39 million ISK to put pink on this thing. Oh, that's disgusting. I don't even know. Like, you could put some gross colors on here. And you can buy some of these colors, I think, but you can't. Oh, buy element. Oh, I see. You can buy them for Plex here. So they're 5 million each. So they cost like 25 million. Okay, so the people who are selling them for 35 million are out of their minds. Oh, no, oh, because some of them cannot be purchased directly from CCP. Got it. Um, like, I could make it extremely ugly, or I could just be like, oh, that's a disgusting color. Look at that. Look at that ugly, nasty color. 54,000 ISK. Yeah, I'll buy that. Boom. Give me that. Just one. Just one, baby. All right. Okay. Okay, and then for the other colors, let's see here. Oh my God, that's so gross. That's so fucking gross. I can't get over how that's pretty bad too. I can't get over how bad that is. That's bad. Um, oh my God. I can't. I'm just dying how bad this is. Can I throw orange on it? I can't, I can't even deal with how ugly this is. Uh, That has to be the ugliest thing on earth. All right, let's see here. Um, Maybe let me just put like a random stripe down here. Can I like mirror the stripe and then like just have the stripe here? I'm sorry, this is so funny. It looks like, hold on a second, just like a tiny little random stripe like that. Like, look at that. Like, there's no, it's, it's worse. I'm trying to make it look worse than. All right, and then let's just throw on a, can we throw a fade? Like, what's the worst color I could make this fade? Like a random. No, no. See, these colors still match. That's the pro. That's the problem with this. These colors still have some semblance of a match. Like just like a like a random kind of a horizontal stripe. Hold on a second. Hold on. No, 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 no. Not like that. Like. Can I? How do I rotate it so it's like horizontal? There we go. It's like- It's so bad. Can I black out the arm? I don't know if I want to black out the arm. I feel like I kind of want to like um, let people just digest how bad it is. But maybe you're right. Maybe I think I can. Hold on. I gotta turn it like this and then rotate it like around the other. No, wait, that's not how you do it. Um, Shit. Yeah, you can. You can do it. Like you could do this, okay, and then you could offset it so that the But you know if you oh my god, it's like those color change toys where you like those color change like Hot Wheels where you dip it in hot water. Um, this is not a joke though, guys. This is gonna cost me a lot of ISK to make this. If I make this, how much would this cost? It would cost 75 plex plus I have to buy this. Oh, you know what? Hold on, it's plum. I gotta activate this. Here we go. Okay, so I did buy that. That cost almost nothing. So I got buy 800 sequencers. So let's see how much this costs. If I buy this, 800 sequencers, that's 132,000. That's not so bad. I gotta buy 800 of these things. So if I buy this, 800 of that, 280,000. Then I gotta buy 900 of these things. Buy this for 900. Okay, so that's not bad. It's like 2 million. 1, 2, 3. So it's like three or 4 million in sequencers, plus what I pay for this 55,000. So that doesn't count. Let's say it's just 4 million total. 4 million plus this is the price, 75 plex, and plex is going for what? It's going for 6 million now. Why is my thing freaking out? I'm trying to click on plex. Oh my god, look at how messed up my window is. All right, so just under 6 mil. So 6 times 75 is 500 million ISK. It will cost 500 million ISK to make this abomination. No one is going to buy this, by the way. No one is going to buy this. But keep in mind that it was going to cost like 200 million ISK just to make, the. I don't know. It feels like it's not worth it. It doesn't feel like it's worth 500 million ISK to make this joke. Oh my god, that's so ugly. I should have like a charity auction, right? Like auction this thing off for charity. All right. Well, I don't want to sequence. This is like a waste of my sequencing. So I'm just gonna save it. All right. I'm gonna save it. We'll think about it. Can always sell later. But I was right. There's not a single soul in EVE Online but making celestus skins. I would even guess that Like there's got to be Velotor skins. There's not a single Velotor skin. Okay, at least people made shuttle skins. Jesus. Yeah, it's not about the ISK, it's about making a statement, right? Yeah, okay. All right, 17. Let's say you spend a 700 million ISK on this joke skin. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's also like, I know I could just be like creating more good skins. Like, some of these skins are genuinely good, right? Like, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I should just be sequencing more. This thing is gorgeous. I think it's gorgeous. I love it. I love this now. I spent so much time on this. Like, but it is expensive as hell to make because again, it costs 125 million ISK per ship to get these wing circuits, and then it costs another whatever 15, like another 70 mil. So it costs 200 mil in this 200 mil. It's like 40 plex plus this 110 plex. So it costs 800 million plex, 800 million ISK, plus the other fees and stuff. So it basically costs just shy of $1 billion to produce each one of these. And at least they look nice. Like, at least I can justify. I feel like I should just buy more of these. Like, because I know I'm going to use them. Like, buy another 3 of these? Sure. Why not? Let's just do it. Just buy it, sure. All right, finalize design. And I need more sequencers, damn. And I want 3 of them. So I need a lot of sequencers. I need more sunrise satin? No. Do I have an unlimited one? I feel like I should own one unlimited one just because I don't think that exoplanet sunrise Saturn. Oh, this is a limited. Okay. All right, I'll buy one unlimited one just to have it. Two weeks at the station, sure. One quantity, 25 mil. That should go pretty fast. See if anyone's been selling any for less. 15. People sell them for 15. I don't need to go as low as high as 25. I could just go for like 20. Okay, 20 million. I'll take one. Sure. Okay. But in the meantime, limited ones, like I said, there is still a pro to these because you don't got to buy sequencers and you can do them anywhere. So I need I didn't remember how many of these I need. I need 7 more. Okay. Oh, it's so annoying. See, I have buy orders in. People have the market on this stuff. Sure, why not? I'll just pass the cost on to my consumers. Activate. Yes, don't ask me this nonsense. Get the hell out of here. Okay, I have a lot now. Okay. I need sequencers. Okay, 2,400 of these. Sure, that's basically a joke amount. I'll put a buy order for more sequencers because I'm going to need them in the future. 275. ISK, sure, let's just buy 25,000. I don't know, whatever. Oh, that's 250,000. Whoops. Okay, buy. Okay. And there we go. I think that's it, right? We can sequence. All right. So there you go. These are not cheap, but I'm going to create 3 more of these things. 3 more of these puppies. I believe in this skin. Okay. And then I'm like, shit, I didn't have a typo in the name, right? Because that'd be so embarrassing to try to sell these. And there you go. All right, everyone. That's basically it. This is the new skin system. The pros of the system are it's so much more fun. Oh, God, I got to look at this thing now. Oh, get this out of my face. The pros of the system are it's a lot more flexible. You can make a lot more cool designs. It costs less. You can now sell skins just to your corp or an alliance or just contract it to one person. But the cons are that you can't see your sales or manage your inventory in any good way. The same way that you can see your sales an inventory for everything else in EVE Online you can't do for skins, which really inhibits both your creative ability and your like A/B testing. Because again, it's like I don't know what people like and then what they don't like if I don't know what's selling and what's not selling and how much it's sold for and anything like that. So CCP, we really need that. And then there's some creature comfort things I think could be added, like instead of just sliders, having like numeric amounts, so you can put exact. I want a 90-degree angle, 45-degree angle, things like that as well. So everyone, I'm Wingspan TT, the fourth best commentator on the whole planet, and thank you for watching the stream. Catch you next time. Cheers.